Okay guys, so what I'm going to do with this video is just simplify or dumb down my approach to levels. And I'm going to just focus on support and resistance, okay? And what I'm going to do is really dumb it down for you to explain it to you. Because I had an interesting discussion last night with a fellow trader, and yeah, so I just get the impression maybe I'm a little bit ahead of myself when explaining my levels. So we're going to break this down into a couple of videos and focus on each one differently. So for this one, it's support and resistance. Okay, so what you see in front of you is a chart on the DAX, and it's a monthly chart. The reason I'm using the monthly chart is just so that I can blow up the candles to talk to you about support and resistance. Okay, so we all know that a candle indicates buying or selling pressure in that time frame. Okay, and we understand that the body is the open and close. So let's just make sure we're all on the same page. So for a green candle, my open was there and my close was there. Okay, and that is a bullish candle, really bullish candle. And there's another bullish candle. So on a red candle, we can see that the open will be there. Okay. Why are they not working? Okay, so there is the open and our close is there. Okay. And then the third thing we understand about candles is the wick indicates where price got to in that time period and then came back. Okay, so here in this scenario here, it came all the way down to, let's just use the orange lines here. So we can see that price came all the way down to here and it came all the way up to here, but essentially it opened and closed at those levels. Okay, so we understand that about candles. Now, all I'm really interested in is the wick, because the wick obviously turned somewhere, and for me, it turned on a level. So that level is support and resistance. So in this scenario here, this orange line here is support. So we're going to put support in. Okay. So let's put that in. There is support on the bottom of this tail. Now I just want to work on these three bars here because I want to drill down to a lower time frame. So let's just put all the support in. There's support and there is support. Okay, the top bar is resistance. So let's just make it red. Okay, so the top of this bar is resistance. Now why am I saying it's resistance? Well, obviously something is there that caused price to turn around. So there is some form of resistance sitting here that got the sellers in to sell the price to the down, to drive price to the downside. Okay, it may be something in the past, it may be any of my other levels, but for now let's just focus on support and resistance. Okay, and do we have anything else? No. So hopefully you're all with me now. So we're just going to focus on these last 3 months here. Okay, so this bottom of the tail is support. The tail tops is resistance. Now guys, this works on any time frame. Every candle is the same thing. It's turning at a level. Doesn't matter what you think, there is a reason for it only getting that high or only getting this low. There's a reason for it to open and close here as well, which is why we're going to add that at the same time. So here you can already see I had a close and open. Okay, and then you can see I had a close, an open, and then there is another one sitting over here. Okay, so that was the open, that was the close, here's the open, and each one of these orange lines is a open or close. Okay, let's go all the way down to the daily now. And now we have a whole lot of lines sitting here. But we're going to zoom in and we're going to have a look what's going on here. Can you see how this resistance level was used twice, 3 times, 4 times? Okay. This orange line was used once there, another once there, it closed on it there, bounced off it, tried to, opened, closed on it for Friday, for yesterday. Okay, let's look at the bottom. Have a look at how price is behaving in relation to all of those monthly levels. Okay, so let's get rid of all of those. We're now on the daily. So let's do the same thing here. There's 2 days that got this resistance. Okay, so we make it green. And there is support here. I make that red. Okay, copy, resistance there, and resistance there. So I'm really only looking for these last 3 days again, okay? And let's just find the support. There's support there, and there's support there. Okay, so the bottom tail, it turned for a reason, and that reason is because it found support. The top tail, it turned for a reason, and that reason is because there is resistance there. I'll drill down to the 4 hour. Now, you can see support, support, support. Okay, we did break through here, but we found support at the next level. There it is there. Okay, here we had resistance, but it was used as support previously, so the red line of resistance, so we did try get there and use it as support. We also use that level as support. This top level here, you can see how many times we've tried to break through it. So it's 1, 2, 3, and failed. Came down to this level here, and we turned. So let's drill down to a 15-minute chart. And I'm not changing any of those levels for now, right? I just want to show you how price behaves at those levels. Okay, you can see how found support, tried to find support, broke through a level here, came back and we tested it. See, 1, 2, 3, and even the next 2 bars we're trying to push down to come back and test this breakout. So when we do break a level, price normally moves quite violently to the next level. And you can see here, it broke through this level and immediately came to try and break back down the level. And that is the way price action works. When it hits a level, it wants to turn and go the other way. And then that is where the action happens, is at the levels. So, for example, if you look at this down move here, the bulls were trying to drive it up to break this level. Their whole ambition is to break this level, get this price as high as possible. The bears are looking for an area where they can get involved in the action. And they look at this level and say, well, that's a good level. So all the bears are sitting here ready to sell. And they sell. And look what happened. They drive the price down. Okay? And you can see here, the speed that we broke through this level, all the stop losses would have been sitting here, which drove price even further down. So the bulls would have been sitting here with their orders and got stopped out immediately. But That doesn't mean that they're going to run away with their tails between their legs. They're going to look for the next entry. Next entry is at a logical place. There's strength in numbers. So all the guys are sitting here waiting to get in. Nice cheap price, let's get in here. And they start driving price back up. So every single one of these tails is a level. It is either support or resistance on the lower time frames. And I can take this now and we can go down to the 1 minute chart. And we're probably so far away from levels that you'll still see how price interacts with this level. Have we got anything higher up? Yeah, there you go. So bottom line is, if you just draw your levels in, and depending what time frame you're trading, so if you're trading your sort of swing trades, you're looking for your levels on the weekly and daily. If you're trading for intraday trading, day trading, then your 4 hour and even your 1 hour levels are the critical elements of where the price is going to turn. And I'm showing you daily levels here, and you can see how the daily levels interact with intraday trading. You can see where your daily entries and exits are, because the first thing you're going to ask yourself is when price opens. For example, let's look at Monday, and I'm going to drill down to the 5 minute here. Okay, so remember, we were looking for an area where action is going to happen. So there's a level right here which we've broken, and we kind of held through Friday. We broke the downside, we broke back up. So here is the first area of action. So this is the first area we need to watch to see what's going to happen. If that fails, we have another level down the bottom here. But now if I just drill to the hour, and I can see that there is another level. See this tail? That is a level. This tail is a level. That tail is a level. This tail is a level. This little tail here is a level. Those are all support levels. Every tail to the top is a resistance level. But obviously if you draw all of those in, you're going to start getting confused, and you're going to start trying to take trades all over the place. So the best advice I can give you is focus on a minimum of a 4 hour. Okay? And only use the 1 hour just to fine tune the 4 hour. So your 4 hour levels are the ones that you want to trade. So for example, this one here in the middle of nowhere, I don't want to trade that, because there is a level and there's a level on the 4 hour. Okay? And this one here is a level. And then we have another one up here. Okay, so delete that. Delete that. So for now I have 4 levels on my chart. And now when I come down to the 5 minute chart, if I'm trading a 5 minute chart, these are the areas I want to get involved in. Okay, so I'm looking for a short up here, or I'm looking for a long down here. Okay, there are other levels which I'll dumb down in separate videos, and which you combine all of them together to get the different levels. But for now, this is just support and resistance. And that's it, guys. That is support and resistance. And as I say, every tail tells a story. So every tail on every time frame it's turned there for a reason. Buyers or sellers have got in there for a reason. And that reason is it's either support or resistance. And that's all you need to understand about it. You can drill back, you can go back in time and see why is this all support and resistance, and you'll find that there's been a lot of interaction with those two levels over time, which gives you added confidence of how strong that level is. But bottom line is, every time you see a tail, there's a reason for it. Price doesn't just do its own thing. There's buyers and sellers that are driving price. They are looking to get in at a certain level, and they're getting out at another level. So all you want to understand is how to understand those levels that they're getting in or getting out of. So that's the way I look at it, and just keep it as simple as that, and I promise you that you will be successful. And if you just take trades off those levels rather than trying to take trades in the middle here, and I'm going to come back to, let's just go to the 15 here. So my two main levels are far away. We're kind of in the middle here. There is no trade. There's no trade set up at the moment. So Monday morning, I'm looking for a more higher time frame level to get in on. Okay, so during the day, trading this bounce off this level, that's an entry. Let's go. We're going long because the buyers have stepped in at this level. And when you move up, normally you're looking for it to get back to the next level for your targets, but I mean, being a Friday, it didn't put it out. But most of the time, you can see how price gets the level. I mean, this was Friday as well. We opened in the middle of nowhere. So here was the open. There was no major level anywhere. So you were looking for shorts, and the short is there. And you can see how when we hit it, came back down to the next level. So there was your trade of the day. Granted, there are other ways that people trade to move us up, but I'm just using the levels for now. Okay, guys, so that's it. Remember, every tale tells a story. Every tale is a reason why it turned at that point, and you need to try and understand why that reason is. And the easiest way to do it is draw in your support and resistance on those tails on the higher time frames, and then drill down to your lower time frames and see what's going on. Anyway, guys, if you like that, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And any questions, please ask them, and I will do my best to dumb it down for you. Anyway, enjoy. Catch you later.